campers, Friday in the barn again. I've had a response from somebody to one of the videos I did earlier. He said he found some of his reeds that were his dad's and they're unused. They must be at least 30 years old. He's saying, should I bother trying to fix them or should I just throw them away? Well, I've got a whole bunch of reeds here that are old. They've got to be about 40-50 years old at least. I've soaked them because they tend to gap at the sides and it'll make them all pliable and make them work much more efficiently. You won't crack them either. They become quite hard after a while. So I'm just going to take these out. As you can see, they're quite wet here. I'm just going to dry them off and we'll come back to them again in a minute once they've had a little bit of time to dry off. So I've soaked the reeds for a little while. One of the reasons for doing that is because after 40 or 50 years the cane can become really quite brittle. So I've identified these three that might work. This one most certainly won't work. I've just found a huge crack in it. That is a McAllister, unfortunately. And I've got two other anonymous reeds here. So these three should work. Got McAllister, another reed here, and this is a Caldwell. I don't know how old the Caldwell is, but I'm pretty sure that McAllister's really very old. So, and this is another reason. You look at the mouth size there, that's way too big. So now it's been moistened, I can give that a good squeeze in a rock and it won't crack the cane. So I'm just going to get that mouth down to where it should be, more or less. So just squeeze on a rock, and there it is. This one's fine. This one's fine. So I'm going to work on this one because I used to use McAllums all the time. It's the only reed I would use. Fantastic reeds, and I'm hoping this one will be just as fantastic as it was 40 years ago. Okay, so this is a McAllister reed, not a McCallum reed. My wife just pointed out to me because she's smart like that. So I'm just going to put this in the chart and see what we got. Okay, well, that's come back to life with just some water in it. So let's move on to another one here. Again, the mouth's a little bit too big. Another ridge cut reed here. The obviously the McAllister reed is straight cut. And give it another little rock here. Make sure the mouth's about right and test it. I don't think I'm going to have to do much to any of these. Okay, well that's just got a little bit too much hemp on it. So that one's going to be fine. Let's have a look at this Caldwell one that had the huge mouth on it. Okay, well, that one seems to be fine too, so it just shows you, you can actually just put them in water and it will revive them and they're back to where they should be. Thanks for sending this comment in. Obviously the answer is yes, you can revive older reeds, and should you bother doing it? Yes, of course you should. Give it a shot. Even if you don't get them to work, at least you've learned something by doing it. Okay, that's it for this week. Thanks for listening, and hopefully see you next week.